And now let's talk about the method 6, fallback value. So if the dutiable value cannot be determined under the preceding methods described above, it shall be determined by using another reasonable means and on the basis of the data available in the Philippines. So if the importer so requests, the importer shall be informed in writing of the dutiable value determined under the method 6 and the method used to determine such value. So it is a fallback value because it is the only choice that we need to choose if the method 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is not, but there's a lot of procedures before we can use this method. So non-dutiable value shall be determined under method 6 on basis of, first, the selling price in the Philippines of goods produced in the Philippines. The second one is a system that provides for acceptance for customs purposes of the higher of two alternative values of the price of goods in the domestic market of a country of exportation. Fourth is the cost of production other than computed values that have been determined for identical or similar goods in accordance with the method 5 hereof. 5 is the price of the goods for export to the country of other than the Philippines. 6 is a minimum customs values or arbitrary of pictures values. So to be more clear, so when the dutiable value cannot be determined using method 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 applied sequentially or upon the request of the importer, method 5 is applied ahead of method 4, but still dutiable value cannot be determined. It shall be determined by using another reasonable means consistent with the principles of the agreement and basis of data available in the Philippines. So here's a two basic rules in the use of method 6. So two basic rules in the use of method 6. The two rules in the use of method 6 are, first, customs values determined under the provisions of method 6 to the greatest extent possible be based on the previously determined customs values. The second one is the methods of valuation to be employed under method 6 should be those laid down in methods 1 to 6, but a reasonable flexibility in the application of such method would be in conformity with the aims and provisions of method 6. So here's the examples of a reasonable flexibility. So first, identical goods. The requirement that the identical goods should be, first, exported at or about the same time as the goods being valued could be flexibility interpreted. So the second one is identical imported goods produced in a country other than the country of exportation of the goods being valued could be the basis of customs valuation, or last, customs values of identical imported goods already determined under the method 4 and 5. So B, similar goods. The requirements that the similar goods should be exported at or about the same time as the goods being valued could be flexibility interpreted. So similar imported goods produced in a country other than the country of exportation of the goods being valued could be at the basis of a customs valuation, or third, customs values of similar imported goods already determined under method 4 and 5. And C, deductive method, the requirements that the goods shall have been sold in the condition as imported could be flexibly interpreted. B, the 60 days requirement could be administrated flexibly. So, kailangan muna natin balikan ang mga dahilan kung bakit hindi napili ang method 1, 2, 3, or 2 or 3. But in this time, we will use method 6.